Hey, you guys, welcome back to another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let's go ahead and get into this review.
Keeps it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOURTNEY family. We're about relationships and review. Making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for KOURTNEY and Eddie.
I always put God
first.
What's up, KOURTNEY folks? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to another video of KOURTNEY and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
KOURTNEY, also known as Coco.
This right here is KOURTNEY and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews. It's all about entertainment. It's all about our famous rants. And tonight, we're going to be talking about love and marriage, Huntsville.
Yep.
And before we get started, yes, we back. We are back. Y'all thought y'all were gonna run us off from last weekend. I saw y'all nasty comments in the comment sections. Okay, especially that one person that said something about us. Nah, I went to your profile picture, and yeah, you need help. You really do. You 26 years old. You looking like that. Go ahead.
So if you're brand new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget, to follow us on all social medias. Make sure that you like this video. Ooh, child, that's my pickup order, honey, back time. But anyway, so let's just go ahead and get into it. And I know some of y'all say don't respond to the negativity.
No, I hadn't responded to that one.
Yeah,
right there.
some stuff needs a response. Okay, we're not gonna ignore all the foolishness that come over here. Some stuff is gonna be a highlight, and we're gonna respond to it, because how would you feel if you got a bunch of negative comments in a day or days? You know what I'm saying?
All because of our opinion, man.
Yeah, that's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? What good thing about this? All those negative comments get helpful review. It don't get seen by the public. So y'all typing, "Ooh, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna the whole world gonna see this."
One is against YouTube guidelines,
right?
And so that's something that some of y'all do not follow.
You sure? Don't surprise YouTube don't kick y'all off the doggone app.
Yeah.
But go ahead, baby.
So anyway, so let's get started. So it started out with Tiffany, child. She is not feeling good, but she do not want to go to the ER. She do not want the ambulance and that. I said, so what's why, Tiffany?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Only people that do that, people that ain't got insurance.
Or people that don't. Now, regardless if you got insurance, that ambulance bill is coming to you.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You know, you got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? If you got insurance, insurance used to take care of it.
No, it don't.
It don't.
No.
It don't.
No, that ambulance bill used to be a separate bill. And
insurance don't take it. I never been to ambulance.
You never? Oh, yeah, I have. And insurance or not, ambulance is sending that bill to you.
Oh, what you had to go to ambulance for?
Oh, several times. I can't remember.
Trouble queen. Call the ambulance. But mama, all you did stuff you told. I don't care.
No, one of them was very serious. So, and I choose not to talk about it on camera. But anyway,
I never had to go. So.
Yeah, I've had.
I tough it out. I tried. I did. I broke my foot. So I ain't going no. Don't call an ambulance. It broke my left foot. I had a stick, manual car. So every time I pushed down the clutch with that broken foot, I felt pain. Yeah, so I toughed it out.
So anyway, but yeah, so she don't want to go. So Stormy, giving her some water, but when it got the nurse, that's right, get the nurse that's on off duty, but she there. When it got Kimmy trying to say, okay, well, is your pressure too high?
I really don't think nurses are off duty per se.
Yeah,
they all right. They gonna be nursing 24/7.
Kind of like the doctors.
Yeah, even though you got party. I've been having chest pains last day. What do you think that is?
If they find out you're a nurse. Yeah. So, well, if you find them, child, you definitely gonna ask some questions about everything. You're a nurse.
Oh, me?
Oh, yeah, I can see you doing it.
I actually have.
I know. So,
I have a nurse in my back pocket.
So Kimmy trying to get her to, go to the ER because she was like, I normally have. Huh?
The what?
Kimmy trying to get her to go to the ER.
Oh, you said ER.
And because she said she normally have all of her nurses stuff, like her blood pressure machine, little thing with her. Yeah, I thought you was in a minute.
I thought you said yeah. No, because she drove they was in Maurice's car instead of her car. She always have her stuff, like her, her nurse stuff in her car, but since they drove Maurice's car, she didn't have it with her.
So Lewis, name that name Lewis. So he decided to just, pick her up and take her in his truck and stuff, which, like an ambulance can get you there, even though they drive kind of slow. Sometimes they can get you there quicker because they push out of traffic. It looked like it was raining and it could have been dangerous even for Lewis because he probably was in a panic mode. But nevertheless, I guess they got her there.
I give Lewis credit, man. He actually picked Tiffany up, man. If it was me,
baby, it would have been
call 911, Brady.
Because he wouldn't even try to be. Lewis a big dude, you know what I'm saying? But if push come to shove and you had to pick me up now, no. I can see you picking me up, and then they said, which one needs help? Both for us. They gonna need 2 stretchers, honey, because you act like I weigh a freaking 5, like I be on 600-pound life. My 600, the devil is a liar. No 600 pounds. Yeah, what?
How much you weigh?
You're a little dude, so little dude can't.
How much you weigh?
It don't matter. And then what I'm finna tell you for? How much? What I'm finna tell you what?
That's I tell you what? What?
No. Anyway, let's move on. So Marcel is breaking ground with Scholt. Scholt is breaking ground, to build.
I don't know what they were building. I really don't know what they was building. I just saw them break ground close to the interstate, so I really don't know what they was building.
Yeah. So Maurice stopped by and he was like, "Man, you got, I'm proud of you. Got stuff going on. You breaking ground here. You got Scott, man, and you got what? He working on some
Letitia office.
Yeah, Letitia's building her office. Yeah, I don't know what they breaking ground for. But if they did, maybe we missed it. So Gino came by also, like all the people that was involved, they took a picture and all that stuff. And so she said that, that she came around to Gino and all that stuff, whatever, because she see how much of an asset he is. And plus Gino probably be rocking with her a little bit because he's trying to help her out to get an office. So even though he took her space, he wants Marcel, Marcel is going to build her a whole separate office.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Gino do rock with Letitia more. But Marcel was saying, he would tell Maurice that, he wished he could have that same type of relationship with Martel, like the one he has with Gino. Because Gino, seemed like he was getting stuff done. You know what I'm saying? And he wished he had that same type of relationship with Martel. But you know how it was back in the day with the drama and all that. So the combat group basically, Scopes just kind of fell apart, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And then Maurice was like, it's really pride that, kind of broke things up,
Egos
He wished that they both kind of wish that, it was kind of like a comeback group that, they were still in that aspect, but that's what they're trying to do with Blacks, the Blaque Expo, to bring everything back and to kind of, put that, I guess, put it back into the community. So Melanie drops by to see her attorney. Attorney.
What do you mean she gonna be going through a divorce for eternity?
So she drops by to see her attorney, and they talk about her changing her last name. She wanted to go, I guess, I don't know if she said it. Well, I think she was branding herself to Melody Sheree. Sheree, right? Sheree. Is it Sheree?
Sheree.
Is it the same as Sheree?
It's spelled different though.
But anyway, so I guess Melody Sheree. So she was trying to brand that name, but then she's thinking about going back to her last name, which is Rogers. And I can say I have like some similarity in that. When I got a divorce, I did not want that divorce name, even though it was still my name at that time, I did not want it attached to any of my social media. So I kind of did what she did because I wanted to detach that from my name, period. And then I went back to my maiden name, and then I ended up getting married. So yeah. So in that aspect, she want to go back to, she's going to go back to Rogers.
Yeah. But they got me saying eternity. But the attorney says she can't do that right now because as long as you have court cases in the courts throughout the world, as he would say, you really can't change your name to everything is said and done.
That makes sense.
So she's right now she's kind of stuck with that name. And like she said, even when Martell's not around, he still got some kind of control over the situation.
Well, that's I don't think that's her.
No, it's not Martell.
Martell
yeah, it's
fault.
not Martell. It's just where the
Well,
courts are.
I guess I think it may be his fault because he wasn't brought her to court. So maybe.
No, yeah, that's how you drag along. You know what? You gonna take? I am taking the court for a speeding ticket. You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So she was also saying too, like Martell attorneys want her to give him or them passwords to her social media. What else? Want to know who she's dating. I was like, that's very intrusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck is that?
I guess he was doing that to see who's who's around his kids. I guess, but still, that's kind of that's reaching a little too far for me, man.
Yeah. But she did say, but she did tell her attorney, I appreciate it because, we had to kind of sign some papers and all that stuff or whatever to keep Martell from doing all these pop-ups at my house and doing all these excessive phone calls. So, that's kind of tapered down a lot. So let's move on to where, let's see.
Martell met with
the suit designer.
Yeah, the suit designer. So
his name was Miguel.
Miguel, yes.
Wilson, I think.
Yeah, Miguel Wilson is a suit designer out of Atlanta. And he's supposed to be well known. He won some awards for his suits designs. And so Martell is meeting him to see can he get his brand and what kind of brand of suits that he can get into the stores and whatnot. So basically, Miguel was basically telling him what kind of suits would help Martell, just get his foot in the door. So he's told Martell that, well, I tried the double breast suit with the gold buttons and whatnot. They showed a picture of the suit coat.
Would you get him?
Yeah, that one looked pretty nice to me. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them Martell suits.
So yeah, Miguel said, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a spot in one of my stores, but it's going to cost you basically $100,000 to just get, to get things started. And so they came to agreement with that.
Yeah, didn't flinch.
Yeah, he said, fine, $100,000, get my suit started, get my suit line going, and get my suit line in stores and whatnot. Why not? So they shook on it, made a deal, and
his suit range gonna be
$700. So to me, I agree with Miguel. That's a good starting price. It's expensive enough to keep the quality, but not too expensive that you can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So Miguel asked Martell to come to DC for some kind of lunch up there, some kind of event he has up there. Some kind of event
black tie.
Yeah, black tie event he has up there in DC. So Martell accepted the invite, so he's gonna go to DC. That's why I think they showed the social media post with him and old boy from Love and Match DC. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, so that's how that went down.
I didn't have to take no notes, honey.
So what struck me with those two scenes with Mel and Martell back to back, Mel is in court trying to get her last name back, and Martell out there making boss moves. I'm just saying.
Well, one thing, Martell, from what I understand, dragged her in court.
Well, I get that, but the point is, I understand.
Well, they showed Mel, she was making boss moves the last episode when she was doing the property preservation.
No, that's a good point. She was. So
we just didn't see in detail.
Yeah, but with Martell, they kind of show his boss moves this episode, which, he's like, you got the wine.
You going to get one of his suits. They going to fit you like suits. Him. Is the suit going to fit you like him?
Yeah, of course.
Just throw it on and like,
go, bam! Look, ooh, yeah, you been working out.
Well, yeah, we need to invest in one of them. So is it gonna give a body like Martell? So we're gonna see that. We'll let y'all know, keep y'all updated. To be continued. Oh, so anyway,
okay, well.
So anyway, let's move on. So Tiffany and Lou. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, y'all need to clean up that room, okay? So y'all got all that stuff in there. Y'all knew we was finna come into y'all house.
Time out. If y'all paid attention to the dresser in the background, okay, with all the stuff on top of it.
Junk drawer.
That surpassed junk drawer, man. The junk drawer you had inside the drawer. They had on top of the dresser, man. I was like, man, that reminds me back in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God, I got all kinds of creams and lotions and hair products and hair. I was like, God, me.
And then
Real people.
And then I think she had a jewelry thing like on a hanger and just coming down. Now we want reality TV, but we want you to clean up too, because you knew we was coming to your house in production. Oh, but she pregnant. She was like, Luke could have called the cleaning crew and got them now.
Man, they said we're gonna keep it raw. We're gonna keep it real.
We ain't
Y'all
got
want
time.
reality television? Here you go.
We ain't got time to clean up. Call them boys. What they doing? So
Boys
yeah,
don't be on
but you
TV.
know what? It was like that one other time they was in the house, honey.
I can say that's who they are.
Yeah,
When they was out there cutting,
they cares nothing about y'all in their house. This is what y'all gonna get.
When they was out there cutting grass.
Yeah, it was just patchy.
Yeah, so that's who they are.
Like it had alopecia. So anyway, so let's move on. So I had to go and get that out the way. So so yeah, it seems like the thing is that she, first of all, I guess she was dehydrated or whatever, because the doctor told her she needs to drink water and make sure that she's eating.
Then resting.
And I think he probably told her to stay out of other folks' business, but you know, saying they ain't say that. But that's what if she do stay out of other folks' business.
Hey, Tiffany, you need to stay out of other people's business. I can't. They paid me to.
They paid her extra money, so she had to get it. So this what you get, honey, when they pay you extra, honey. You in all of everybody's business and filming a lot. So so she in bed. She needs to rest, but it seems like she want to go to some speaking engagement that she is a part of. And Lou, like, you need to rest. You don't need to be on no plane. She's talking about flying first class.
What they gotta do with anything?
She wanted folks to know she was
you flying first class, coach. It don't matter. You need to rest. Oh, I don't have a big bottle of water with me. No, you need more than water, Tiffany. I know a Big Lou frustrated with her sometimes.
Oh, he told her. He said, I talked to Martel, and basically he was saying that you was saying some stuff to Sheree that was you shouldn't have been saying. You know what I'm saying? So he was saying, I kind of agree with Martel. Now, Marcel better Crocker, because he always in the mix. You know what I'm saying? He need to go on because he had nothing to do with that. But I understand what Martel was saying, and just leave it alone. Like, she was like, "Well, I need to know if Mel and like, do she know and da 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 da."
And like Big Lou said, you know, people stop calling Big Lou, but they call him Big Lou. But anyway, what Big Lou was saying, he asked her. He said, "Do Mel call you for co-parental advice?
No.
Does she call you for any advice? So you can't give advice or help somebody out that's not gonna receive it,
right?"
And that, to me, that's a perfect point.
Yep.
I don't know why Tiffany going so hard to get into Mel and Martel business like that. Well, I know why. She getting paid.
She getting paid a little extra. I don't know, it's $500 or $1,000 what. So in the next scene, you got them meeting up, the old comeback group meeting up to talk about the Blaque Expo that they're gonna have. And so this meeting number 2. So Kimmy and Mel, of course, designed by production. You know, of course, they come in first. Everybody else late. And they sit down and they talk, you know, catch up, see how each one of them doing. You know, they first asked how they felt about the Blaque Expo and everything. Kimmy said, it sounds like the same stuff we did with the comeback group. Mel said, well, you know, for me, the comeback group, you know, people was pulling out. And Kim was like, girl, no, you was pulling out, honey. And I do remember that episode when I think her and Martel was on the verge of divorcing or separating, or they was going through issues.
Right, Martel wanted to stay and she wanted to dip.
Yeah, and she bagged out, and it kind of hurt the whole group. And so that's when Kim was like, no, you had bagged out, you know. And so now it seems as though Blaque Expo wants this to come back, but it sounds like it's just a rehash or refurbish of the comeback group. So as they sit down and talk about that, now first of all, we want to know where that food came from that Mel put in her mouth, because it was not there.
No, Mel's like a chipmunk. You know that?
But where the food come from?
That's what chipmunks do. They store food in the cheap.
No, the whole.
And so when they need it, spit it out.
I'm saying, how long was y'all filming till Mel said, "Cut? I need some. I'm getting a little hungry, and I need something to drink. I just came in."
And the thing about it, one cut scene with no food there. The other cutscene was a big sandwich there.
And then she went, wow, that's
I said, well, that sandwich just came out of nowhere, man.
Then cutscene, it was gone.
It was gone. The napkin was folded in half flat. I was like, God.
Let me tell you something. Man is not finna starve on doing this stuff. So she
has
gonna
a
eat.
high metabolism.
She is gonna drink. She is gonna do what she got to do. It don't even much matter.
It's
If
funny.
food is not involved, she will make it involved.
It's funny to me. So yes, Mel, to me, that's a running joke with you and food.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, we want to talk about that, but Kim asked Mel, you know, how was her dating life, you know, seeing she going out of town and stuff like that, and who she date. Mel was like, they ain't none of your business, you know. And they showed the picture with the hand around her with that high filter, honey. That was so heavily filtered, honey. You didn't even know I thought it was a white woman.
I tell you it was makeup.
She have makeup and filters. You know what I'm saying? You rarely see her without a filter. Not like me a little good filter. But let me tell you, it's not a filter that's going to distort my whole face. Like them cartoonish, they be so filtered to it like you have nothing but eyes and a nose and a mouth. No, not that. Because, you know, we got...
Is that catfishing per se? Is that catfishing people?
You said I did that.
You know, I'm just saying, if you have a heavy filter on, that's gonna distort your look. To me, it's kind of catfish.
Yeah, it can. If you use it all the time, you know. So to me, the reason me personally like to use filters because a lot of times when you take a picture, the lighting is not that good. But if you give me a good old sunlight or some good lighting, then I don't need a filter. But yeah, so I do get, you know, using filters sometimes because it kind of causes you. I know men don't, and men should not.
Some men do use filters. Dang, dude, you 6 years old. You ain't 20.
Now look, it's times where we took a picture on Snapchat and there was a filter on there. And it filterized you, honey. You like your eyeliner on and everything. You like, get that filter on me. Man,
if I got wrinkles or moles, and if you see the scars on my face that I earned throughout life, yeah, show that, man. It is what it is.
I like some good lighting. So, you know, women like that. But anyways, getting back to that. So they showed that picture with that arm wrapped around. I said, Lord, I hope he ain't choking her.
That was dark. Why you went there?
Well, no, it's just saying it was wrapped, you know.
It wasn't around here, it was down here.
Well, anyway. But I wasn't saying
I was choking you.
I wasn't saying that. But anyway, but yeah, so I was gonna tell y'all what the street said, but we gonna
I started to say something, but I'm gonna
tell you what the streets was saying, but we ain't gonna say what the streets was saying. Who
we
that
ain't got
was.
time for the noise and the clap back.
The minute we said anything to the left, we've already been clapped back. So it doesn't matter. I like Liz. What they say, go hard or go home. That's so right. It really didn't matter. But I ain't finna tell y'all what it's been rumored because I don't even know if that's true. So, you know, I keep that to myself.
But some people have done some investigation and they compared the watch. And we're gonna leave it at that. They compared the watch. Go ahead.
So anyway, so Mel said, you know, in her confession, you know, that's my personal life, you know. Whether I'm dating, you got to catch the word, whether I'm dating or not. So what she said, it was a word play she said about her dating or not, because she didn't necessarily say that she was dating anybody. It was almost like she said whether I'm dating or not. But yeah, so she was just like, you know, she want to keep it to herself. But let me tell you something. Let's be 100. In order to keep this show surviving, since, you know, people, you know, a lot of people like Mel, then she got to show a little bit more of her life instead of sitting up there filming with Miss, what's her name, Nell. So yeah, she got to open up and show a little bit more of her life. We got to see the property preservation. You got to see who you dating. We can't see no mystery man with somebody with a silhouette or y'all blur his face out. People would like to see who she was dating. Now me, I personally don't care, but I'm just telling you as far as the show surviving and keeping forward, because you know, people got to show a little bit more of their life. Y'all want to see this and why she got divorced, when she got divorced, want to see more of her life. Y'all should say the same thing for Mel. She can't be sitting up there talking about pole dance with Miss Nell. Miss Nell is not into that.
Poor Miss Nell, she got sucked into something she had no business getting sucked into. She up there pole dance. I know she's an old good Christian woman. They got a good old Christian woman up there pole dancing. Poor Miss Nell.
So and that's the only people that Mel can film with, because Tiffany gonna have the baby soon. So who else she got? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so
She
Martell,
got Kiki.
we ain't seen her no
2
more.
episodes. There's been 2 episodes.
So anyway, all the rest of them walk in, and Martell, goes to Mel, try to shake her hand. Mel was like, "Hey, Martell," you know what I'm saying? So she wasn't here for it. And I'm gonna just say, now, I'm not a Mel fan. I'm not a Martell fan. Now, I can float in between. It depends on what I see in a season. I can float in between of me liking them more or liking them less. It just all depends. But if the ex-husband bring me the courts, I'm not gonna shake your hand either, brother. Can we just work and be co-workers and do what we need to do and handle this business? And you don't even have to come over here and acknowledge me. This work.
To be honest with you, about if I was male, knowing that Martel drug you into court, knowing that Martel is part of this comeback group, I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be there. If I was male, I'd say, you know what? As long as Martel is part of this comeback group and he dragging me to court, I don't want no parts of it.
Well, that last time they said, well, we don't want to film together. And it made it hard for them to, you know what I'm saying? You remember that season when we don't want to film together because they kept not getting along, right, where it hurts their pockets. I'm just saying. So if you don't film together, you don't get paid. Because we're not going to have no whole separate scenes because you don't want to be there.
Mel kept preaching about her peace.
Yeah.
Is getting paid more important than your peace?
Not me.
You want your peace. So if you got to film separate or not, just don't be on the show no more. If it's all about your peace, embrace your peace.
Yeah.
Because right now, you feeling Martell and you feeling, this awkwardness between you two in a scene. It's not peaceful, in my opinion. And that's why I think she eats a lot. Her nerves probably bad. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, you trying to be funny? Let's
No, for real. Some people, they get nervous. They eat and they get nervous. Their nerves bad. Stress.
Mm-hmm. So.
What you trying to be something? You mean?
I just said,
You said,
I just said,
Okay.
Like that. So anyway, let's move on to what Tisha was talking and saying, listen, point blank period, we ain't paying none of y'all. Period. This is for
the community.
For the community, and none of y'all ain't getting paid. So what you gonna do about that? So yeah, everybody got a problem with it and said that, Martell was like, like Mel is a PR, like she's a public speaker, you know what I'm saying? So she does that, so she should get paid if she's gonna be doing public speaking. And he don't think it's fair. I don't know if he said, I think he did say that in there. So he feels like, that they should get paid. And Kim was just saying, it basically did sound like the comeback group. Like this basically just sounds like the same thing, the comeback group. But one thing I do want to say too, and I said this, I'm kind of torn between the two. As far as should they get paid, should they not get paid? But y'all saying y'all doing it for the community. Why is it not labeled as charity? You know what I'm saying? A charity that you want to do, creating a charity name. You know what I'm saying? This is what we want to do for the community and to give back to the community.
Because it's not that to me. Like I said, I didn't know. The Blaque Expo was black, like with the Q instead of the CK. Now, to me, when you put black like that, it changed the whole dynamic of the expo.
Yep.
Is this expo? Is it to benefit Marceau and Tisha? You know what I'm saying? For their brand. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point because it is. When you see it spelled like that, you're gonna think automatically.
Right, blacks. Right. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, for the longest, I thought it was black, like BLACK, not BLAQ. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that right there changes everything. So I can kind of see why the other people on this in this group are hesitant of doing this, because if we're gonna do this to profit you guys, we want to get paid too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
I agree. And like they had showed one other time where the picture was just Marceau and Tisha on there. So,
right, and Kim had brought that up last episode.
So last time. Melanie was like, she don't understand what the big deal is, but when it came to her and the stuff that she had going on, the mimosas with Melanie, or vice versa. She said she had that for four events or something like that for 4 years and nobody supported it. And Tisha was like, I did try to support that. In fact, I tried to support your skincare line, but you kicked me right on out. And they showed it. Security. And she said she tried to, but you kicked her out.
Yeah,
You didn't see
Tisha got a good point. You know what I'm saying? People say, well, she wasn't invited, but it was an open event, I thought. You know what I'm saying? And
no, I think it may have been a private event.
Okay, well,
I think it may have been a private event, but we still say producers, asked her to come or told her to come or whatever. I don't know. But regardless to the point.
It was a private event. Okay. Well, she got kicked out. You weren't invited, so.
But yeah, so anyway, she said she tried to support that or whatever. Marcel said, any one of y'all trying to get the money, you just greedy. You just straight up greedy. So that's why I say it just kind of like,
but like I said, I can see both parts. You know what I'm saying? I can see both sides. You're doing it for the community because the community got you where you're at now. The community supported the comeback group. From day one. Okay, so it's time for you to get back to the community.
Yeah.
On the other hand, this show has people in different revenues and different avenues now that they feel like their time is precious, and you got to pay them for their time, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing this over here, and you're trying to drag me from over here to do this community event, I need to be paid because I might be missing money over here doing this.
In my opinion, if they would have never closed the comeback group and continued on this show and every year or every season they did something for the community. It was always, hey, we got to do something for the community. We're going to do the comeback group. We're going to give. Please, don't mind my husband. We're looking to see a card.
It's a black Nissan Altima missing hubcap, so I got to it's suspect.
So anyway, so if they was doing that for the community every year and they will continue to do the comeback group, I think it would have been better received because when they do charity events, I'm just using the one, what is it? Celebrity. When they do the charity event,
Family Feud.
Yeah, just certain stuff, they do it to build money for charity. And those people aren't paid, they give in their time and, they donate their time.
But
so
the thing is, you hit it right on the head, though. If they started off by saying this was a charity,
yeah,
I think this would nip everything else in the bud.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me, you feel bad trying to get paid for a charity. You know what I'm saying?
You should.
You know what I'm saying? You should, but some people, they still like, oh, I want my money. You know what I'm saying? But, your conscience will make you feel bad. You're doing this for like sick kids or, the Humane Society or something like that. And you trying to do something for charity for these type of organizations, but on the flip side, you want to get paid to to do these charities, man.
Yeah.
So you should feel a little kind of guilty for doing that.
Yeah. So yeah, we would want to know, okay, it's for the community. What for the community? Are we building up homes for the community? Are we feeding the community?
We don't know the details, though. That's the problem.
And it
says a Blaque Expo for like.
Okay, so a Blaque Expo, so it's gonna be free. I know Mel said, somebody was saying, she said y'all stole her idea about the sponsors. She said that last time. Now y'all say y'all want the sponsor. So are y'all just gonna have a free expo? People come in and then they get information from different vendors. Is that what's for the community?
Is it all about networking? You know what I'm saying?
We don't know. The people want to know.
Now I know when you go to the expos down like the S6E10 in New Orleans, they have vendors down there, and they exchange ideas, and you try their product. If you like it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is it gonna be the same thing? This Blaque Expo?
Yeah, we don't know. They don't know. Yeah, it seems like it's a no-go because folks want their money. Anyway, so on that note...
Actually, I think it is a no-go. I think later on, Mel went and did her own thing or something.
What you mean?
This was recorded like last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think somewhere on social media I saw Mel. She wasn't part of it.
But, so they did have it.
Yeah, I think they did have it, but Mel wasn't part of it.
Oh, okay. So, on that note, you guys, that's it. That's all. We will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Always put God first, y'all.
Hey!
Always put God first.